Welcome back to Cosy Rosie UK, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly what it is that I've bought from Hobbii. Hobbii is an amazing company based over in Denmark, and I'm going to be sharing with you not only the yarn that I purchased, but how I got some extra pennies off this little lot that I've purchased very recently. Now, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and of course the notification bell so that you never miss out on another one of my crochet tutorials or yarn hauls again. When I was first learning to crochet, one of the things that I did a little bit wrong was kind of purchasing random amounts of yarn and purchasing random yarns at that. I was so keen to get started on trying lots of different cottons and different materials that I didn't really think about what I was going to use the yarn for, and of course what size of yarn I needed. So you will find a link in the description box below where you can find out more about how to read a yarn label, which you'll find all that information about those yarn labels on a lot of the yarn websites as well. They always provide that important information, one of which is of course the yarn size. So the first time that I ordered yarn from Hobbii, I wanted to buy one of their rainbow cotton packs. So they come in all the colours of the rainbow, and you can use that to create lots of different patterns and lots of different designs as well, in my case. I didn't understand their yarn sizing, but it was such a good deal. I also didn't really pay much attention to it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever done that. But I can tell you a little bit more of information. I've got my pen because I've had to write it down. So obviously all the yarn sizes are different in every different country. And for the UK, we tend to use 4-ply or sock weight, DK or Aran weight, and that kind of thing. I'm going to try and give you the equivalents in the US at least as well. But I believe the Australians use the actual ply of the yarn. So it's a little bit easier for them to order from Hobbii. And of course, Hobbii does ship worldwide. Probably worth noting that I am not affiliated with Hobbii in any way, shape or form. I just like to make sure that you get the knowledge you need to order confidently from all the wonderful different yarn companies that are available. So each of the cottons have a number of strands of yarn that are woven together to create, or twisted together to create the one strand of yarn that we use, or cotton in this case. So the most common size, or the mistake that I made, should I say, is the 8/4. Now that is probably the smallest cotton that they have available regularly. And that's the equivalent of a 3-ply yarn. So it has 4 strands of yarn. And it creates a 3-ply or a sock weight yarn. So it's very, very small, and yeah, it was too small for what I wanted and I ordered incorrectly, but it was okay. Still used it up and I've given the rest away. The next size up is the 8/6. So that has 6 threads of yarn kind of spun together to create the cotton, and that is a 4-ply weight. So again, it's still quite thin, but not as thin as that sock weight yarn, which is of course traditionally used for making socks and other smaller projects as well. They also have an 8/8. Now this is what I should have ordered that first time I ever placed an order with them, because that is the equivalent of a DK weight yarn. Now DK is what I use pretty much all the time. I grab my 4mm hook and it's all done and dusted, and I know exactly what I'm doing. I did make the mistake of ordering the wrong size, but it's okay, we make these things. So what I'm going to do is pop a link in the description box to the Hobbii website where they explain those differences in a little bit more detail. But I would say it is one of the nicest cottons I have worked with. Now, you know I'm a huge fan of paint box yarns, and they are fabulous. And I'd say Hobbii is either a little bit higher in quality or on a par, most definitely. Now, I know realistically what you're really here for is to have a look at what's inside this wonderful bag. It's not the biggest bag I've seen, but there is a reason behind that as well. I'm going to come to that for you at the end, because obviously now that the UK is no longer in the EU, this will apply to the UK residents and of course to anyone outside of Europe with regards to their shipping and of course import duties. But I'm going to come back to that with you in a little bit later, because it's a complicated system. But I know what it means for us in the UK, that we do now need to pay import tax on orders over a certain value, and I don't want you to get caught out of that and get your yarn stuck in customs. So shall we find out what's inside this bag, and then I'm going to tell you how I got some extra pennies off of this beautiful yarn. Change the angle slightly and I'm cutting off half of my head, but you're more interested in seeing this beautiful yarn than what I look like. So let me open. I'm going to try and do this as quietly as possible. Oh my God. Oh, so I got a little free gift inside this package of some beautiful little stitch markers that are designed by Hobbii. Okay, so they say knit. That's fine. I can live with that. A little cute cactus, a little wine glass, and a little sheepy sheep, which is really cool. And I'm going to be able to make use of these. They are really good kind of clip size, so they're not going to come off anytime soon. And I could, because they're wood, I could use a Sharpie or a permanent pen and put the hook size on the back if I needed to remember what I'm using for my project. So thank you very much. That's a lovely little present. There's my shipping note without any prices on, which is always good to know. Oh my God, it's so cute. You want to have a little look? So inside, oh, we have lots of yarn. I'm just going to get it all out. So one of the first ones that I ordered was this beautiful butterfly yarn. It's a cake yarn, as you can see, and it's probably a lot more blue than I would normally use. But I really like the colours, but I actually wear navy and blue quite a lot. And I thought this would be really great for a project that I have in mind, because now I only order yarn when well, unless it's really on sale or if I've got a project in mind for it. And I just absolutely loved the colours of this. You can see that it's very, very silky and very, very smooth. It's 100% acrylic. And now I'm going to tell you where I learned this trick from, the squish test. So you can see just how squishy this is. And I actually learned how important that is, because this is what sold this product to me. This is one of the yarns that were highlighted to the Hobbii bingo players. Now, if you're not aware of Hobbii bingo, I'm going to encourage you to join us on a Sunday evening in the UK where we play automatic bingo, and Hobbii introduces to some of their yarns and highlight all of the properties of them, so we get to make some really good choices, like informed choices, when we're buying yarn online. So you can see that it has almost like a bit of a colour change throughout all the strands. I really, really like that. I really do. Now, I bought two. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. What else did we buy? I do not remember ordering this. I must have done. But I bought the butterfly in another colour. Oh my God. You can see it peeping through. This is definitely more my colour. Look at it. Just look at it. I am so excited to work with this shade. It's just... oh, I'm just absolutely in love with it. Now, this is saying it hasn't given me the colour names, but I think this is Papillon, and I can't remember this colour. But this is shade number 2, and this is colour number 3. And you can see they're the same yarn. They are absolutely wonderful. What size were these? I'm going to say these are a DK weight, but they look like they could be a little bit thinner than that. I'm just having a look at that. That looks like there could be some cream in there. It goes, or you can see at that end, a beautiful kind of peachy colour through to these bright pinks, purples, and a deep lilac almost as well. Oh my God. Oh, I can't tell you how soft that is. For an acrylic yarn, 100% acrylic, that is just so, so soft. I don't have much makeup on, as you can tell, so it's not too worried about that. Wonderful. So this is the other one that I've bought. So I've got 2 of these blue, which I have a project in mind for, and one of these ones as well. Should we have a look, see what else we have in here? Okay, I must remain calm. Now, I bought 2 of these as well. I'm gonna let you see it just yet, because this has been on my to-use list for a very long time. I have a crochet designer friend who uses these yarns in a lot of her shawl designs because they are absolutely wonderful. Now, this is the Hobbii Twister Cake. It is 55% cotton, 45% acrylic. Now, if you know me, you know that I love cotton, but I prefer a cotton blend. It's softer to work with, softer to wear, and the colours that they have in their cotton twisters are just phenomenal, in my opinion. This is colour number 11. No idea what it's called officially. Should we see if it tells me on the delivery? Oh, it does. This one is called Bloomy Elegance, and so colour number 11. And I just think it's stunning. These are long colour changes. These are very, very long cakes. I didn't tell you how much was on this. So this is the butterfly, has a 200-gram size or weight to the ball, which gives you a total of 500 meters or 547 yards in this one. Now in the twister, it's a 250-gram yarn cake that gives you 1,000 meters or 1,093 yards. And yes, I bought 2 of them for the very simple reason that I have a plan to use this for a little bit later in the year, should we say. Even though it's a cotton blend acrylic, I like to wear it year round. But there is one other bonus, you might have seen it flapping around, to your Hobbii yarns, is that the twisters, for instance, and the cotton all have this easy start tab. They are branded because it is something that not all brands do. I don't know about you, but when I'm working with cakes or even balls of yarn, I will always pull from the middle. I don't have a yarn holder. I would like one. I don't have a yarn bowl, but I'm planning on reviewing one in the very near future, because I am a center pull person. And the good thing is with these cakes, because they are wound so nicely, if you wanted to work from the outside in, they're very stable, and you can do, but you can start from the center and work center out as well. So you can kind of choose which colorway you're going to do. So with the fact that I've got 2 of these, I could work a garment from light through to the dark, carry on with the dark, all the way back to the light. It's not what I'm going to be doing, but you could if you wanted to, and that's the important thing. And believe it or not, that was all I purchased. But I did get some extra money off. I've already mentioned the Hobbii Bingo, and this was where I saw them highlight these colorways and highlight these actual yarns themselves. So as I said earlier, I've got a link to the Hobbii Bingo kind of area of their website. You can go ahead and check out. It's not an affiliate link, not affiliated with Hobbii at all, but I am certainly one happy customer. I cannot wait to get started on using these, and I'd love to know if you've used any of these yarns before. Let me know in the comments so that I can find out what your recommendations are. If there's other yarns that I need to try, do let me know, because I'm desperate to try as many yarns as possible. Always am, always will be. My inquisitive mind never goes quiet. However, I do have to be careful, because this was just one little simple order. How I got some extra pennies off was by being a Hobbii Bingo player on Sunday just gone. So I'm in the UK. I watched the Hobbii Bingo it starts at 7 p.m. in the UK. All the times are listed on the Hobbii website below for you, so that you can join in too. Not so great for our dear Australian friends. It's very early in the morning for them, but you can join in, and it's completely free. It's 100% automated, and you can win actual yarn. But everyone that takes part always wins a little prize, which I'll tell you about during bingo. I'm not going to surprise that one for you. But you can also get access to exclusive pricing just for Hobbii Bingo players. So these twisting yarns, it's just the specific colorways that they discuss during the bingo as well, including this beautiful color and this beautiful color. You get special prices. You get extra special discount by being a Hobbii Bingo player. Now, one of the reasons that I joined Hobbii Bingo was, yeah, I'd like to win some free yarn, but I also want to be able to see someone touch and hold and feel all of these beautiful yarns, which is kind of my equivalent of doing a little bit of a mini yarn haul. There's not a huge amount here. I think I spent just under £60 on these 5 balls of yarn. And when you think how many yards or meters of yarn I've got here, I can't do maths quick enough. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 250, 350 meters of yarn. Beautiful 100% premium acrylic, and then I've got that beautiful acrylic blend in this twister as well. You can't go wrong when you can get a little bit cash off. Now, I didn't go up to, you can spend a certain amount and get free shipping. It's worldwide shipping, so obviously I'm in the UK, they are in Denmark. I placed my order after bingo because that's when you get access to the exclusive discounts on those selected colorways. And I did pay for my shipping. It wasn't the cheapest, not the worst either, but my goodness was it quick. So today is Thursday and my order arrived today. You're probably watching this on Friday or later on. So literally, so 4 working days and it was in my hands, ready to work with. You can opt to upgrade to next day or shorter shipping time if you want to, but I didn't see the need to. I already have enough to be getting on with, so I'm not desperate, although I am desperate to get started. I didn't need them urgently. But you can order quicker shipping if you need it. I mentioned earlier about paying duty on your orders. Now this is a real concern for a lot of people, especially for us in the UK. We're not used to paying custom charges because we've been in the EU for so long. We're no longer part of the EU, as I'm sure you're aware, so we now have to pay import tax over a certain limit of our orders. I believe that is between 140 and 160 pounds. Do go and check out exactly what that is. I will go and do that as well, because, and I'll try and put it in the description box once I've researched it, because actually it can be quite shocking that you receive a text message to say Royal Mail's got your order, import duty on your order. And that can add up to quite a lot. There is another, a huge yarn company that sells kind of discounted yarns that people go mad for and order loads and loads and loads from. Won't mention the name, I've never had anything from them. But I know that people order cardboard boxes full of yarn, and I don't blame them. You can see I have quite a collection. But the low prices kind of encourage people to add more and more to their basket or cardboard box. They get shipped this massive order, but it gets stuck in customs because there's actually import tax to pay. And it's just something to be aware of. So for your free shipping, you need to go, for UK, you need to go £59 or above. But don't worry, they keep you informed as to how much more you need to spend. And I must admit, that's probably why I've got 2 of these rather than just the one that I've really needed. But hey ho, it's got to be done, hasn't it? I really hope that you've enjoyed joining me today to find out more about the yarns that I selected from Hobbii Yarns that are based out in Denmark. I cannot wait to try these and to share with you the designs that I make. And one of them I'm going to remake using these beautiful yarns. If you do get the opportunity to make a purchase from them, and of course join us on a Sunday evening for the Hobbii Bingo, I will see you there and wish you all the luck to win some of their beautiful yarn that they're so generously give away each week. And of course, grab yourself some super bingo deals as well from them. And let me know what yarns of theirs that you absolutely love and that I'm missing out on. It's been wonderful to have you join me for this little mini yarn haul. I hope to see you again very soon when my next order for yarn arrives.